Greetings. My name is Dathan Watts, aka I Am Incredible, and you are too. I am the founder of the iNsight Empowerment Organization. We are a spiritual development and personal achievement organization. Our fundamental focus is to show you how to connect to your highest self. Allow me to elaborate. Your highest self or divine genius is divine means complete in my world. It means that you have everything in you that you need in order to actualize or bring forward or manifest your purpose in the earth. Genius in my world simply means that you have a keen awareness of what to do, how to do, and when you're going to actualize this purpose or reason for being in the earth. You're very clear on it, and you're executing it in a very systematic way. You're measuring your results. You're competing against your last performance. You are competing against your own self. Now, with that as a keen backdrop, that is how your genius is operating within you. So when you put together divine genius, it means that you have a complete understanding of how you're bringing about your purpose in the earth, and you are implementing this in the form of a lifestyle. I want to place emphasis on that because that is what this experience is about. How we bring this about is through several workshops that I've written. And the flagship workshop is Erecting a Fortress, how to build your life to order. Now, this workshop is written in a format of the same principles that it takes to build a building are the same principles that it takes to build a life. They do not differ. And when we understand and see the system that is involved in building a building, you'll see that same principles or universal laws, they'll work regardless of where you are when you properly execute the laws that are associated with it. In Erecting a Fortress, I break down the entire building process. And this building process, we start from the very bones of how a structure is comprised. Now, the explanation of each principle is based on three fundamental building components. And it's broken down into two parts. Part one, we call the pillars, beams, and braces. It's about understanding the function that each one provides in the building process. It's here the entire building process is explained. And as I mentioned earlier, we're showing you that the same principles that it takes to build that building are the same principles it's going to take to build a life. And it's broken down into, as I mentioned earlier, two parts. One is the 7 pillars of insight. And the pillars or the columns that actually support the structure are going to be, again, the basis of which the structure itself, you are going to establish the new lifestyle you are going to build. Now, this experience is not about me telling you what you need. Moreover, it's about pulling out of you what is already in you. And we do that through a question-based format. And this question-based format is in such a way where it starts out very simple with a very basic question that I start out in every workshop is, who in the world do you think you are? And that is a very, very important question, because the way you see yourself in the world is going to be how you present yourself in the world. And we want to make certain that when you have a proper view or proper degree of self-esteem, self-estimate of yourself, that you're going to present yourself in such a way that you will feel confident about accomplishing those things that you set out to do. Erecting a Fortress is the first of the critical workshops that I've written that is going to help you to connect with your highest self. The second workshop is the book of Matthew, and Matthew is spelled MATH-YOU. And in that do we explain how you are energy. When I see individuals, I don't necessarily see individuals as much as I see the energy of the individual. And we teach you how to understand and interpret the energy of each individual based on the vibration or the name that they go by. Oh, it's nice, and it gets very, very deep in terms of understanding how we truly resonate. And that when you learn to look at individuals in the form of a vibration as opposed to an individual, and then learn how to interpret the vibration that you're looking at, it's a cheat sheet is how I like to refer to it. And it truly is a game changer. There are other workshops that I've written called Redefining Cool, from spectacle to spectacular. And that gears more so to the young people from like 9 to 18. There we prepare you for life and prepare you for the responsibilities that you are to embark upon as you grow older. And we gradually add them to your skill set as you're getting older, whereby it does away with the frustration that parents have as your children get older, expecting them to do something that they have not put in them. We help you to put those skill sets in them, whereby as they get older, they feel more confident about being able to handle the responsibilities that life will bring. We also have a parenting workshop where we show the parent how to, through the book of Matthew, we show the parent how to read the energy in the child that they have and begin to speak specific things to that child at its impressionable age to make certain that you know exactly how that child is going to be influenced. It's going to place a tremendous responsibility on the parent, whereby they must be careful about every single word that comes out of their mouth, because they will understand the power that they have by creating through the words that they speak. Because all of our lives is a direct result of the dominating thoughts that we think and the words that we speak. And these influences come from what we see and what we hear. And with that as a backdrop, we use that as a means of going forward in terms of how we influence our kids in the parenting process. And that you don't have the luxury of just saying anything out of your mouth, but that you must be very, very careful about every single word that comes out of your mouth. These are the overviews. This is an overview of the workshops that we have at iNsight, and would like for you to follow with me on the next video as we go into detail about each workshop, starting with erecting a fortress, how to build your life to order. Thank you, and see you on the next video. Peace and love.